Hello everyone, Darren here, and on today's episode of WotC Academy, we will look at 3 tactics that Casemate TDs can use to defend themselves from being circled. Countless times I've seen friendly and enemy Casemate TDs not try anything but simply try and rotate their tank to keep the enemy from getting behind them with very limited successful results. So today we will look at 3 simple ways to defend yourself from being circle flanked. Now, quick disclaimer, I am aware that there may be more tactics than these 3, but those will be covered in more advanced videos. This video is for the newer to average TD user. So let's get started. Now, the first tactic is very straightforward. It's so straightforward that most players do this subconsciously. And that is tracking the tank. And by tracking the tank, trying to get around behind you, you have stopped their attempt and bought yourself valuable time to get yourself to safety or a more defensive position. As you can see here by this clip, my buddy Renegade Central is going to try and stop my attempt to get around behind him, thus ultimately destroying him, by tracking me to buy himself time to fall back. Now you get to see that I'm coming slowly a little bit around the corner for demonstration purposes, but he tracks me, thus literally stopping me in my tracks. The next tactic is also straightforward and ties to tactic 1. If your tank is heavy enough, you may be able to track the tank trying to get your rear simply by ramming them. Ramming the tank with enough weight and force could track the tank and allow you to maneuver into a position to deal with the enemy. In this example, Renegade has already fired his shot, destroying another tank, and he's busy reloading. I'm going to take this chance to try and get around to his side and deal with him because I have a feeling that he's not going to be able to do any damage to me. Lo and behold, little do I know, he comes forward and with his weight takes a good chunk off my hit points and tracking me right in front of him, and I'm unable to do anything. Once he finishes reloading, he kills me. The final tactic is a tiny bit more complicated, but still very easy to do. Now, if the enemy is already on your side, simply reversing up a steep slope or against a building, and then turning so the enemy tank is wedged between you and the terrain or building, you can effectively use the game's physics to your advantage and effectively force the enemy in front of your gun. And what to do next is self-explanatory. In this example, you can see that I've effectively gotten to the side of Renegade here, and he's not really able to do anything but simply try and rotate for the time being. But, realizing he's against a steep slope, is able to reverse the tank a bit up the slope and to the side, thus forcing me, because of game physics, to just stay in front of his tank. As you can see, as soon as he's in a position to shoot me, he puts a shot into me, effectively tracking me in place, thus allowing him to climb on top of me and then just simply use his weight to just slowly let me bleed to death. Yes, Renegade, I know how enjoyable that was. And that concludes today's video on how to defend yourself from being circle flanked. I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this one, don't forget to subscribe. But until next time, this has been Darren of WotC Academy.